Welcome back to the channel. Today we're digging deep into two coins from the early 1940s that might just change the way you look at pennies forever, the 1941 and 1942 Lincoln Wheat pennies. These coins are over 80 years old, but they're still showing up in circulation, and some have sold for tens of thousands, even over $1 million because of their rare mint errors, double dies, and perfect red finishes. So grab your magnifier, because these are the pennies every collector needs to look for. Today, we're taking a deep dive into one of the most underrated coins from the early 1940s, the 1941 Lincoln Wheat penny. At first glance, it might just look like an old, brown coin from your grandparents' change jar, but this little copper cent can actually be worth thousands to even over $1 million, depending on condition, rarity, and those incredible mint errors collectors dream about. Now, the 1941 penny was struck at three U.S. mints: Philadelphia, no mint mark; Denver, D; and San Francisco, S. Over 887 million were minted in total, which might make you think they're common. But the truth is, condition and error types separate the ordinary from the extraordinary. Let's start with the Philadelphia 1941 penny, no mint mark under the date. While billions were made, a perfect MS-68 red example graded by PCGS sold for over $30,000. And that's not even counting the error varieties. One of the rarest finds from this year is the 1941 double die obverse. Look closely at Liberty and the motto, "In God We Trust." If those letters look thick or show a shadow doubling, you could be holding a coin worth up to $50,000 or more, even in circulated condition. Now, let's talk about the 1941 D from Denver. These are especially valuable in full red condition, rich copper tone, no spots, and minimal wear. An MS-67 red example sold for nearly $25,000 at auction. And if you happen to find a 1941 D with a repunched mint mark, RPM, where the D looks doubled or slightly offset, that's a bonus error collectors chase aggressively. And don't forget the San Francisco S mint, the 1941 S penny. High-grade, original luster examples from San Francisco are stunning. A 1941 SMS-68 red has brought prices over $40,000. And if you find a double die or off-center strike from this mint, you're talking about a potential five-figure treasure. So the next time you're searching your coin rolls, flea market finds, or that old cigar box in the attic, take a closer look at those 1941 pennies. The wear might hide a fortune. You might just uncover a $1 million coin sitting quietly in your pocket change. Now let's move on to another World War II classic, the 1942 Lincoln Wheat penny. This year is special because it sits right before the famous steel cent transition of 1943. During this time, copper was becoming more valuable for war production, and some amazing mint errors slipped through. The 1942 Lincoln penny was minted in Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco as well. While hundreds of millions were made, condition and mint errors again play a massive role in value. Let's start with the Philadelphia 1942 penny. Even circulated examples are collectible, but pristine red coins are the real prize. A perfect MS-68 red fetched over $45,000 at auction. However, what truly sends these pennies into fortune territory are the error varieties, especially the 1942 double die obverse and off-metal strikes. There are known examples of 1942 pennies accidentally struck on brass foreign planchets, which sold for tens of thousands of dollars. Next up, the 1942 D from Denver. Watch for repunched mint marks again here. The D may show signs of doubling or overlapping impressions. Those small details can make your penny worth from a few hundred to several $1,000s. And a near-perfect red 1942 D has crossed the $20,000 mark in auction sales. Now, the 1942 S Lincoln penny has its own charm. Sharp strikes, full wheat lines on the reverse, and bright red luster make it one of the most beautiful issues from the early 40s. Some of these in MS-68 red condition have realized over $35,000, and rare die cracks, off-center strikes, or lamination errors can multiply that number dramatically. Here's where it gets even more fascinating. There are rare transitional planchet errors where a 1943 steel planchet was used on a 1942 die, or vice versa. Those crossover mistakes are practically priceless, with some examples selling for six figures or more. So before you dismiss that 1942 wheat penny as pocket change, check it carefully. Under magnification, it could reveal secrets worth life-changing money. So next time you come across a 1941 or 1942 penny, don't just toss it aside. Take a second look. You could be holding a piece of American history, a minting mistake worth a fortune, or maybe even your ticket to the collector's spotlight. Remember, always have rare coins authenticated by PCGS or NGC, and keep them protected in coin flips or slabs. And if you find something incredible, heritage auctions and stacks bowers are where record-breaking sales happen, because treasure doesn't always sparkle like gold. Sometimes it's hiding right there, in a simple copper penny from 80 years ago.